Once you've finished tracing and coloring all of the various parts that you will need for your animation, you have to export from Illustrator into a format that Flash can use. So we're going to go to our File menu, come on down to Export, and then we're going to choose from our list here the Macromedia Flash format from all of these options. This will ensure that the artwork remains in the vector format. And we can just rename it. As you see here, it's already appended the SWF, pronounced SWIFT, format for us. So we can go ahead and type toast parts or whatever you want to call it. And then you export. Once you do that, another dialog box appears and you have some export options available to you. Now, this is all dependent on layers. As you see here, it's asking us if we want to export this AI or Adobe Illustrator file to SWIFT file, which is just fine, which means no matter how many layers you have, it'll be just one big file. Or if we had 10 layers, for example, it would export the layers to individual SWIFT frames, which means that in Flash, if you have 10 layers in Illustrator, you'll have 10 frames, each with a different part based on the layer. So if we have a foot on one layer, a hand on one layer, an arm on one layer, each piece of the body will be on its own frame when we get to Flash. We also have the option to export the Adobe Illustrator layer to individual SWIFT files. So once again, if we have 10 layers, you're going to have 10 SWIFT files, and you'll have to import or work with one of them at a time. So once we do that, we also have to choose what else we want to do here, and that deals with curve quality. The higher the curve quality number, the bigger the file is. Now keep in mind that, it's not really going to add dramatically to your file size. So if you're really concerned about that, you might want to work with something like 8 or 7 to keep the file size of your SWIFT a little smaller. But we're going to go all out and go to 10, and we'll have a better curve quality, and we'll have a great looking animation when we're finished. Once we're done, we're going to click OK, and then the file is exported. And then later on, when we get back to Flash, we can import this.